Good morning, everybody. Connor's literally cameraman today. We're in Devon. All right, let me grab that camera. Mr. Connor.
What's happening?
Good morning, brother.
How are we?
CM Customs, baby.
CM Customs.
Can't tell quite yet, but the JZX is sitting pretty. Connor's literally ripped it apart. We can tell that you like Japanese automobiles.
Yeah, don't know how you know that, but it's pretty subtle.
There's a lot of JDM stuff here. S14.
This had a motor, load of other stuff, general stuff really, like tuning and bits and bobs like that. Got all carried away, ended up painting the engine bay, all the other usual stuff, because whilst it's out we might as well. Literally built motor, just rods, pistons, cams, like stock head, just like flick through some springs, like nice stuff. Did like usual stuff like ABS delete and all that kind of stuff, and then it's having a CD09. Finishing it off, like finessing it and just getting it so that like it's a turnkey thing that he just gets to jump in and go and beat on. And
next up we got a Scooby.
Will's daily, because he's an absolute hero.
Will Daly's this?
He dailies it.
Wait, how old is Will?
This was his first car at 17.
What?
I know. He's NA.
I've got a Legacy at the moment, which is a 3 litre twin turbo.
Okay, so you're going to try and put the 3 litre in it. Mad. By the way, everyone, this is Will, who works for main man Mr. Connor. But you're very brave. And then we got a UK spec S13.
Yeah, when it come, it literally was CA, which had a dead engine in it, as they all do. Problem is, you spend a load of money on the CA, you don't really get anywhere.
No.
Like, you're pretty restricted. Like, you spend the same money as what it costs to put an SR on it, and then you're at least, if you want to, I mean, you can do like 450 brake out this quite easily with a nice setup.
No replacement for displacement, I think the old saying goes. Some of you guys haven't really seen a nice stock S13 interior for a while, so yeah, nice to see it sort of
normally
unblemished.
Covered in welding burns and like there's big rotten holes.
Or mould. We've got 4-door R34.
This for a good customer of mine and JDM's called Paul. Bit of a bad story, as in kind of bought the car, had a few little gremlins with it, motor was a bit hurt. Someone had overheated it and it cracked the head, like between the plug and the valve. And so it was obviously pumping coolant and stuff. So customer wants to keep it auto, which is a bit of a thing. Most people obviously chop them out and make a manual. So this is staying full auto, and then it's staying on this tune, so that all the auto box works. Having a built motor with a hybrid, and like staying as an auto car, just making it nicer. So it literally drives like a stock one, but just between all the gears, it actually gets squats in and gets on them with it. And it's quite nice.
Do you like the 4-door, mate?
Yeah, I love it, man.
So analogy with this one really is like sort of 400 horsepower, auto, nice refresh.
Exactly that.
Chapman's he's got some, I'm going to say patina?
Definitely some character to it now.
Doug, it was attempted, I don't know if it happened.
He's going to salvage the car, we're going to put it back to how it is. He's originally from Hong Kong. His family have owned this car since brand new from the factory, so his granddad spec'd it out of the factory. He's the first owner from brand new, because obviously his granddad had it, then sold it to him. This car was like spec'd with the radio, with the sunroof, everything from his granddad when he was younger. He remembers him buying it.
Story.
Yeah, so
my granddad had a Citroen.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying not dissing you, granddad, bless you, but yeah, it wasn't quite as interesting as this.
So we bought a Plasman kit, put it all on, and then just did the usual stuff like deleted the ABS, full GK Tech arms, front and rear, all round. Got a set of BCs on it. It's got a CAS diff in the back that we put in and set all up and set all the suspension up. This is for a real good friend and a customer of mine called Jack. Built motor, fully ported head. It's got stock valves in it, a set of springs, cams, rods, pistons, all that kind of stuff.
And what turbo?
It's got a 3900 Ross trigger kit, Link ECU.
600 horse?
It'll make like 650 wheel, I would have thought. It's still got 25 box in it, nice twin plate clutch and all that kind of stuff. Drivable, and then the underside's been fully done and all the subframe's done, all zinc plate and all that stuff. Looming process, downpipes all been made. It's got a Walton Manny, which obviously all of them do, that I do if I can.
And then we got last customers
called Chris. A while ago he had an oil pressure issue, common Neo thing. Crank collar had rounded off in the oil pump, sorted that out, so then bought bores were a bit oval, bit washed, bit shit, so put some rods and pistons in it. Stock head, just reworked, recut valve seats, chucked a set of Tom R drop-ins in. Did a hybrid and just some drop-in injectors, put it on a link, made it sick. It's like real cool, does like 1.5, 1.6 bar, like 400 brake, just under-ish.
A few more cars in the car park. You guys recognise this. We've got a Mark II JZX 100, 4-door R34. It's quite fruity, this one.
Yeah.
We've got an S15. I think I've got a Wonder kit on it. Is it Wonder?
Oh, you know more than me about kits,
I think that's
man.
a Wonder kit, but let's
It's a cool
know in the
kit
audience.
either way.
And that 86.
It was very Japan spec, like, as you can tell, well, like, I'm pretty certain that's an Evo throttle body. If you imagine you wanted to build a car from all the random parts you had left over 100 builds,
This is it.
This is what this man did in Japan. I remade the loom, made it all work, just added all the bits. Martin's obviously still to tune it, but we've got a little dial-in tune getting it running just to work, make it work.
Proper retro. And this is an original BR car, we can
Built
see
by
here.
the man himself, so
B86. This is very Japan. And then that Subaru is the one we saw
Subaru
in my...
Dreams, a rally launch car the other day.
Yeah, got R33 GTS-T.
This was like built for a drag car in Japan. It's got a massive turbo, stock motor, like random bits and bobs.
That's a Turbo 2000 UK
Yeah.
classic Scooby.
Yeah.
And then we got a stock Spec S, and then this is
Another stock spec air.
oh, it's a Spec S as well, but it's got the aero kit on it.
Aero, okay, and it's super clean. Like,
Yeah. And then we got another 86, but this is actually SR20. It's winking at me as well.
that is a JDM 90 swap right there. If you've ever seen one,
Work in progress.
This is unstarted, but
Yeah.
will be started. But no, this is just one of those that someone cooked up an idea in Japan, yeeted it together, quite literally slingshotted it together from a distance.
Where are we going now?
We're going into the showroom for JDM. The idea behind it is that's where all the sales cars go. Paul, that owns JDM's got such an addiction to cool cars and projects. What it's actually become is essentially a man cave of all the stuff that I've built him, that now he's got so many to drive, he just walks in and goes, that one, and takes it out.
That's a cool life to live.
It's a
man.
dream to have, yeah.
Hopefully that gave you guys a nice little introduction. Obviously we've got JDM Garage next door. They do a lot of like car sales and parts. Connor, he's more a specialist in doing the sort of the project builds, the drift car builds, track car builds, race car builds. There's lots of shooting going on behind me. You can tell we're in the countryside. This is very cool. This is the next ML raffle car.
Nom nom.
Hello.
Hello.
Great for the audience as well, because let's be honest, the prices on these now sounds fruity. Essence with this is basically we're going to be doing a raffle on it. Like we said, these cars are now massively expensive, so you guys can literally win it for a few pennies. What's the sort of horsepower? About 330, 340?
About that, yeah.
Roughly?
Like, it's the perfect beginner introduction to these cars. Like, it's got enough power that you can have some fun. It's streetable, it's drivable, do you know what I mean? Like, the whole joke is that you can give it to your nan to go to the shops in, do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it drives normal.
Yeah, sold.
Imagine like you win this for 79 quid, but you already had been saving up for a 15, you had like 15 grand in the bank.
Yeah.
You win it for 100 quid,
You're laughing.
and then you've got 15 grand to build your dream car.
Yeah, it's mad. So hopefully one of you will win it and it'll be coming to a pod day. God.
Someone will be hanging it off every
Poor
corner
car,
it is.
man. hopefully you guys are going to like this new series with Connor as well. Like I said, we don't want to replace Scouse, but
No, new era.
yeah, that's a better way of saying it. Not quite as ginger, definitely pretty,
Hopefully.
definitely prettier.
He's so cute, isn't he?
Pretty. Make sure you check out the old Monkey London Comps website. Do a buy, receive the power. Epic car. CM Customs. We've got Will working on the super clean S13 with the CA in it. Yeah.
Yeah, still CA, 100%.
This is a cool car. So originally, I remember this car from the Driftworks forum. It was owned by someone called Taffy. Someone else bought it, and then Rich, Mr. Newton, Chunk.
He had it.
Guy I used to do loads of skids with.
A customer of mine's got it, yeah. He bought it from Rich, and then we've just been restoring it. Had full metalwork, all the underside.
It was an R32 with an R34 front end. Like, it's a BR kit?
BR3234 kit, I think it's called.
Okay. Turbo is G
35
1050. Big old whistler.
Yeah. Full bit motor, not by me this one, customer supplied it. But it's the general normal stuff, CP rods, CP pistons, Carrillo rods, normal crank, set of dropping cams, just normal stuff. So this should do 650 wheel comfortably, like nice on that turbo.
You've got another S15, similar to the one outside, but obviously it's got a big top mount
spicy.
turbo on it.
More power, more
Pretty
kick.
spicy, custom intake manifold, different fuel rail, built
2.2
SR.
stroke motor, yeah.
Oh, nice.
That was done in Japan. HKS 2.2 kit, step 2, I'm pretty certain, I've got to confirm with that, but I'm pretty certain it's that. It's just got like a ported head on it, nice set of cams.
And it's nice as well, Connor does all in-house fabrication. He's been making up like a coolant reservoir and stuff. These are Connor's CM Customs brakes, which are 8 pots.
8 pots, you can do it in 8, 6 and stuff like that. So that's the 8 pot front kit, which is just the most generic normal one that we fit. And then I've got a 6 pot in testing for the rear.
Nice.
Yeah, with inboard shoes and stuff. And then obviously see where it takes us.
Yes, the resistance. But the first thing we're actually going to try and tackle is, I don't know if you guys remember in the build episode, but the engine is basically slightly on the piss, which is causing the gearbox to be slightly on the piss.
We're going to get the fundamental bit right, get the engine and box in as it should be, get the tunnel with enough room. Luckily, where it's a 40-foot wide long car, there's so much room to be able to put a nice tunnel in it, so hence why we're going to utilise some bits and bobs. And
yeah, man. We've sort of like 5 steps of where we're going to go from now. So basically, first thing Connor's going to do is address the engine height, gearbox height, and obviously custom fabricate a new tunnel. You've got to address the cooling system, the exhaust, because we got the 2JZ, which is a taller block. The downpipe stuff didn't quite work out how we wanted, so we're going to basically redo that in 3.5 inch. You were saying? Yeah,
it was in. Even if we step it up as soon as it comes down and out, we'll probably do the exhaust system 3.5, and then because currently we're not going 35 1050, we'll probably still do the downpipe in 3 because you're just nowhere near the limit of running out on a 3 inch.
And then maybe in the future when we go 2J head and then different manifolds,
then we'll go
bigger turbo, we can go wider system.
Because you're still always going to be limited by the head, so there's no point putting a high flow exhaust. So you're not going to utilise it really.
Fourth thing is doing all the finishing the suspension, like putting all the GK Tech stuff on the front. We've got a few different lower arm options and stuff. And then fifth is really kind of just, I'd say just finessing it, getting it all making it all look kind of professional from like a motorsport standpoint.
Making it look all flowy, in a sense of like the keypad having a nice mount. Like little brackety bits.
All the little trinkets. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and then hopefully it'll be baller, and obviously with the right sponsors and the right bits and bobs involved, you can make it sick.
Yeah. So that's basically 5 basic steps to give you guys an idea of where we're going to take this car. And then we'll be doing a little bit of workshop footage, but the main emphasis, as Connor knows, is just to actually, I know you guys want to see us driving, so the main thing is to actually just get it to a point where...
The quicker we get it out, the better for everyone.
Yeah, but it's better for me, better for you, and better for Connor.
100%.
And make sure you come and spend loads of money with Connor.
Yeah.
Quick little look under the engine bay, proper tidy this, Connor.
Yeah, it's alright, it's real clean.
Yeah, I mean a lot of them just get loads of rust all around the turrets and stuff.
Yeah, and also like the biggest thing for people who know anything about 15s is that back here in the pockets they just blow out and go all terrible, and that one's mint, like it's real clean, straight clean car. So
they've got a few nice mods as well. We've got the T28 turbo, we've got a tubular stainless steel manifold. And it's unopened.
Unopened
engine wise.
It is, yeah. It's got an R35 blow through kit on it. Grady boost controller, Profect B like the new one. Blitz front mount kit.
Nice.
It's all hidden in there nicely.
Yeah, lovely kit on these.
Got a little GK Tech cooling panel on it. It's got hard race rear toe correction. Set of teen coilovers.
And the Cusco
Cusco brace, yeah.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Operated caliper and a bigger disc as well. Original like Spec R spoiler. Got the Spec R spats and the Spec R side skirts as well. Got a nice back box as well. This was 3.5-inch turbo back.
Yeah.
Sweet. Nice clean dash. Original S15 steering wheel. That's the Profec boost controller that Connor was mentioning. You've got a little Nismo, what do you call that? Shifter knob. Original S15 seats as well, which are pretty rare. Mad thing as well, I just used to chuck these seats away. Yeah. Literally. Now
Everyone did.
Now they're gold dust, aren't they? And mileage on this was 150, 160 kilometres.
I think so, yeah.
I think it was.
Double check.
So about 90,000 miles.
162, yeah.
Yeah, about 90, 100k. So yeah, do a buy. Don't do too much John action.
Not too much.
Hopefully it's not upside down in a bush.
And you've had it for a week.
Shut up, man. She's in good hands. Lol. Yeah, one tasty, cheeky S15 ready for grabs.
1 hour later.
S15, all loaded on the BJT. Right, Mr. Connor, absolute legend. Hopefully you're going to be welcome to the channel with warm hearts. We're going to be catching up with you after Christmas.
Yeah.
And you're going snowboarding.
So hopefully I won't be dead.
Yeah, can you
Broken
not,
legs.
yeah, please don't die. We need to finish the JTX.
Otherwise your car's now more broken and I can't fix it.
Right, we're catching up with this fine gent very soon.
There you go.
1 day later.